After this tutorial, you will be able to add enemies which will target the player and will move around walls directly to the player, and when they are nearby, they will stop. We start with setting up the world. For the world, we need a tile map layer where we store the walls, and we also need a navigation region 2D to manage the navigation for the enemies. We start with a new tile map layer, which we just put underneath the floor. This one is the floor and this one will be walls. We just rename it to walls. Then we just do the following setting. We click here on tile set, new tile set. We go into the tile set. Tile size is fine, 16 by 16. Physics layer, we add an element. 1, 1 is also fine, so we have collision with the player. And navigation layer, we also added 1, and yeah, we need it later on when we set up the navigation region 2D. We need to add now to the tile map. We need to add it to the tile set. We put a wall sprite here and we just say no, because this sprite in my example is bigger than 16 by 16. But it should act like a 16 by 16 object. Start with setting up a tile, which we do here. And in select, we just resize it to the whole region. So we have a tile which is not 16 by 16 large. First, what we'll set is the physics layer. We just click on it and then we click one time here. So we have physics here. So the collision will be right here. And we also click on navigation layer and do the exact same thing. And that was it actually for this one. We save it, and in the world we will just draw a few walls. We'll use the cursor and we use the pen, and then we'll just draw a bit. Tiles, we choose this one. So when we finish drawing a simple world to just demonstrate the navigation, later on you can draw it however you need it. This one we'll close and that should be it. And we also need to set in ordering Y-sort enabled, that the player and enemy will be behind the walls when they're above and in front of the walls when they are underneath. In the next scene, what we need to add is a navigation region to the world. Navigation region. This we'll do just this way, and we'll do it as a direct child to the world. Navigation polygon, a new navigation polygon, and then we'll just draw very quickly one. You can make it as big as you want, but we make it just as big that our whole walls are inside. We'll just adjust it a bit. The next thing what we need to set is a past collision that we do when we click here on the navigation polygon. Then we go to geometry and we click here nothing. We just set only one. And then we also will have the boxes are cut out of the navigation region. This region will just define the region where the enemy is able to walk. So right now he would be able to just walk through the walls, and that will not happen. We just go to inspector, copy this group name. You also can rename it, but I just like to keep the name which is written inside here. And we go to the walls tile map layer. We click on node up here. Then we click on this plus sign. We just paste it and we say global, so it is a global group. And then we just press OK. And when we just say in this navigation region 2D, bake navigation polygon, it will just cut out all the boxes from this navigation. And when the enemy is inside this one, he can just walk inside here where it is visible, this polygon. The next thing what we need to do is we go to the enemy scene and we add a navigation agent 2D. Plus navigation agent 2D. Already set it up here, and we have to do the following settings. By default it is set to 20. We set a path desired distance to 4 as we have just 8-pixel game, so the distances will not be that large like in a normal game, and path max distance we just set to 10, and these are the only adjustments we have to do in this Navigation Agent 2D, and we just adjust the script now. We have to add 4 new variables and also 4 new functions. So we start with the variables which we need. First it is a path again to this one, so we just say left click, paste, and we also create 3 export variables. The first one is movement delta, which will be used to calculate the direction. Then we have variable next path position. This will be the calculated position, which will be the next one where the animal will go. And the last one is also an export variable, which one is just calculating the new velocity. So these are the 4 variables we need, and we add a function which will be function process delta, and here we say pass for now because here we will put the functions we will create now. The first one is the movement, so we call it move enemy. We say delta up here as a float and void. So what we write inside here is we call the navigation agent 2D, so this one, and here we need to set the target position. And as we want that the enemies are following the player, we just say global data dot player dot get global position. The next thing what we need to do is we will check if the enemy is near the player or not, and up to this we will calculate the movement delta. So we say if global position, so this is the enemy's global position, dot distance to, and here we say again distance to global data dot player dot get global position, and we say is bigger than 16, for example. And if this is the case, we will say movement delta equals 50. 50 is the speed, so you can set anything what you want, but I give the enemy the half of the speed what the player has, so 50 multiplied by delta. Otherwise, when the distance is smaller than 16, then we just say movement delta equals 0. So that means the enemy will stop when the enemy is very close to the player. The next thing what we need to do is calculate the next path position, and this one will be navigation agent 2D dot get next path position. This is actually already integrated, this function, so it will just calculate the next path position. Then we calculate the new velocity, global position dot direction to, and here we say next path position multiplied by movement delta, and then we say move to destination new velocity. And as we didn't created this function yet, this we will do now. Function move to destination, and here we say new velocity as a vector 2. As this what we give here to this method is a vector 2, we say this void, and what we gonna do is setting the global position of this enemy, global position equals global position dot move towards, and now we have to give 2 flags. It's 2, the position where we want to go, and delta, this is the speed we want to use. So we say global position plus velocity. Second one will be movement delta. And the last one what we want to do is the animation, but we didn't set up an animation player yet. But this is what we're gonna do now. Func update animation. And we just say if new velocity dot x smaller than null, new velocity dot y smaller than null, and new velocity dot x is smaller gleich null. Then we say animation player dot play walk left, and then we say elif new velocity dot x is bigger than null, or new velocity dot y is bigger than null, and new velocity dot x is bigger equals null. Then we say animation player dot play walk right. Otherwise, the animation will be play idle animation player dot play idle. Just one more connection that the navigation is work also is we have to write here in connect signals NavigationAgent 2D dot connect velocity computed. This is a signal which the NavigationAgent always send, and then we say move to destination. Just like this one, save, and that was it. The only thing what we need to update now is the animation. So we make it very easy. We just go out to our player, say animation player, we go to idle, we just say copy tracks, choose both, copy, enemy, animation, new animation, we call it idle, and then we say edit, paste tracks, and then we already have the right tracks. We just have to adjust this name here. So on the left side, we just have to say, we have to delete this dot slash, that this animation will work, and also adjust the length. In idle, we just do 2 milliseconds, save it, and the same thing we'll do with walk left, edit, copy tracks, this and this, copy, enemy, animation, you walk left, and we just say edit, paste tracks, and here also delete this one and delete this one. So this animation will work properly. We walk left and we need one for walk right. Duplicate, we call this walk right. And we just change the frame to be 0. So we also have walk right. We have walk right, we have idle, and we have walk left. Important, in the enemies, we just adjust the length to 8 and make it loop at least for walk left and walk right. Length 0.8 and loop, and then we have a loop. And the last thing what we need to adjust in the script is we have to put all these names, move enemy, inside here we overgive delta also. Then we also need to add update animations up here, and that was it. And when we did everything alright, the enemy should walk to us, and as you can see here, he's avoiding the walls and just goes straight to the player and stops when he is nearby, and when we run away he is just following the player again. If this tutorial helps you, then just leave a like. If you want to see more tutorials like this, subscribe the channel, and if you have any questions to this tutorial, just write a comment. Thanks for watching and hopefully see you again.